Since when has he been politically correct?
That's true. That's his thing.
Been his appeal this whole campaign. But joining us to talk about this, Trump's unusual but very successful media strategy, GOP strategist John Thomas and Long Beach State journalism professor John Shrader. The going after Megyn Kelly and not taking part in this debate, because as of right now, he is not taking part in this debate. Is it a shrewd move for Trump, who's way ahead in the polls, or is this a mistake?
I think it's a very shrewd move. I think it's simple and it's calculated and it shows his cunning. He is really sending a message to everybody in the media. We're playing the game by my rules. I'll go after Megyn Kelly if she stands up to me. I'm the bully in the playground. She's the one who stood up to me. I'm telling everybody else in the media, we're playing this game by my rules. I get the ratings. People are talking about me. 3/4 of the conversation is about me. So you play by my rules or else. It is really interesting, though, that he's fighting with Fox News at this point.
And yet still doing interviews with Fox News, despite the back and forth.
You can't go wrong in the GOP field by picking a fight with the media, even Fox News. But I think it's more strategic than just setting ground rules. The fact is, every day now it's about winning the news cycle. The campaign that wins the news cycle is going to win potentially Iowa. And with Palin, he won the news cycle. He's winning the news cycle now because we're here talking about it.
Right. And the irony is, of course, and there's a lot of irony around Donald Trump, but the irony is here he's using the mass media to tell the world that the mass media are bad people, that they're doing a bad job. And it's resonating with the people who believe that the news people are the bad guys.
I have to believe, going after Megyn Kelly, though, because he feels that he wasn't treated fairly, and anyone that saw the debate, I don't think she was really out of line or asked him anything that was out of line.
She was tough.
She was tough. That's her job. But, you know, people might be asking themselves now, you can't handle Megyn Kelly. How are you going to stand up to Putin? How are you going to stand up to the Ayatollah?
And that's what Ted Cruz is saying, and he's trying to turn this on Donald Trump. But I think the other thing Trump's done that's very smart here is if Donald Trump doesn't show tomorrow, which it doesn't look like he will, and he's helping vets instead, which is a win, Ted Cruz is now the top dog at the debate. Everyone on that stage is going to be piling on Ted Cruz, and this is the last point when Ted Cruz needs more negative coverage.
Here's the problem, too. The media have become so accustomed to this. He is the drug. We've talked about this before. He's a drug they just can't get rid of. They can't kick. And now half the people, maybe half the people they expected to watch this debate will watch this debate tomorrow without Donald Trump.
I don't think that's going to happen. Don't you think people are going to watch it anyway now as a result of the controversy? And now here's the risk, because he's out of it, and you're giving other people more airtime. People are going to want to watch Megyn Kelly to see if anything's said or what. Now everybody even knows that the debate is going on. Maybe no one knew.
So the question I'm wondering is Fox and the other networks, are they going to simulcast Trump's veteran showing, which, by the way, is going to talk a little bit about vets, but you know he's going to take jabs at Megyn Kelly in the other field.
But does it help or hurt the other candidates? Because now you don't have Trump. You know, you don't have this big draw where everybody's tuning in, and you don't have him to beat up on in the debate. So now they're going to have each other, but maybe
he provides the draw, and he provides the villain act. In this reality television show that we know is Donald Trump. So he brings the black hat and he brings the audience. They're not going to have the black hat and the audience. They're going to be going after each other. Whether or not that's good for them, whether or not it works for them, they do have more time, but I'm convinced there won't be as big an audience.
But this isn't the last debate. That's the thing. Is like, and if Fox News has another debate,
isn't it the last debate before Iowa?
I got it, but are you going to keep boycotting debates as long as Megyn Kelly is going to be the
he's going to have to come back. I think the big opportunity in the debate tomorrow is going to be for Marco Rubio, because Marco has to come in a tight third, and so this really allows him to contrast Ted that evening and try to peel votes off Ted tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I think this really, again, is not about Megyn Kelly as much as it's about Donald Trump playing by the rules that he sets. Somebody tried to change the rules that he wanted to change. They said Megyn Kelly is in. He said, I don't want Megyn Kelly. Roger Ailes said Megyn Kelly is in. And Donald Trump says she's not in. And he is playing a giant game here. And he's going to win in the short run.
Before we let you guys go, we want to check out this viral video. This is a little girl who's finding out she is going to see Donald Trump at a rally.
We are going to see Donald Trump in person in New Hampshire.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, my word!
Are you excited?
Yes!
You get to go see him in person, not just on TV.
Thank you, Mom!
Aww! Are you excited?
Yes!
Dreams do come true.
If I didn't know, wouldn't you say
guess
think
he
that she
appeals
was
to
going
the
to
Yeah, I
see?
was gonna say move
Go to
over
see-
Justin Bieber.
No,
Yeah.
One Direction.
I guess it's only natural, though, isn't it? We've talked about it. It's only natural that in this media world we live in, that reality television is now in the presidential campaign, and it's only going to get bigger.
We don't have any time. Really,
Okay,
but
sorry.
Quickly, do you think there's a chance that he may actually still show up?
Narrow, but not.
I don't
not
think
much
so.
Of a chance.
No, I don't think
This
so.
is
I
it.
think he's played his hand.
All right.
Wow.
John
Thank
and
you
John.
guys.
Thanks for having us.
We'll have